Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go live in five, four, three, two, one. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm LBJ. You're there and I am here, and you're listening to the Heartfelt Truth. Welcome. Let me start off by saying, as I always do, that I hope my voice finds you in good health, spiritually, mentally, and physically. Not necessarily in that order, but all equally important to help us through this thing we call life. All right, ladies and gentlemen, first off, let me say thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to come into your life for the next few minutes. I hope you find my voice somewhat inspirational, a little motivational, and it just gives you another way of looking at things. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let me just jump right into it. As I said to you the last time, I promised you when I was sharing with you my latest venture of from the West Coast. In between all that, I was feeling a little, somewhat not guilty, but I was really feeling a little melancholy in reference to this disastrous of a hurricane that went through the Bahamas and was heading towards the United States and making landfall and all that good stuff. I don't like it myself to be a weatherman, but it was one hell of a storm, and it is still churning and making its mark. But what I wanted to do is I said to you, please, if you can, and I said I will too. Believe me, my donation will be out this weekend. What I can tell you is if you can go to the Grand Bahamas Disaster Relief Fund. You can go online and they will give you all the information to make a donation to help these people down there in the Bahamas. It is just devastating. The death toll is rising. I knew it would. I don't want to think about it, but it's happening this morning. They already put out some staggering numbers, and those numbers are only going to grow. And I always say it in these kinds of situations where things happen and people lose their lives. I mean, they're connected to someone. It could be a mom, dad, brother, sister, aunt, uncle, whoever. They are connected to someone. So not only on top of a disaster that has happened and taken the lives of these innocent people, the families are also they got a double whammy because they've just lost a family member on top of a disastrous weather situation. So please, I'm begging you. I really mean that. If you can find it in your heart, $5, $10, $20, whatever your budget can, please send something to the disaster relief down there in the Bahamas. I'm sure you can. Make sure you look up the right ones. I know the Salvation Army is definitely reputable. There's a couple. Just due diligence and make sure your money's going to go into the right place. I've done some research. I've read a few, and all the money is going to be earmarked to go right to the Bahamas where it's needed. So I know, unfortunately, during these times of trying times, there's some people that just try to capitalize and greed sneaks in and selfishness. And I believe in my heart of hearts that'll be handled another way, not so much by me, but other forces will intervene and take care of that. So please do that. All right, a little recap on my LA trip. I met some really fine people, and I just want to say this here. I went to a couple vintage shops. I promised them I was going to mention their names online here on the podcast. There's this whole pamphlet that I got with about 25 shops. I'm not going to give you all 25, but it's the Vintage Los Angeles, Pasadena, and Burbank. There's an antique and retro shopper's guide. There's about 25, and I'm sure there's more different shops that you can go into. I have a deeper appreciation of my old stuff in my old house. You go in your house and you turn around and say, man, this house is old and blah, 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 blah. I went to these shops and I'm like, I got a pretty cool house, man, and I got some vintage stuff floating around here. And I'm talking about from books to statues to little trinkets that were left to me from my mother. You know, my mother, which is my brothers and sisters, we all have a little piece. I mean, that's pretty cool stuff. So, you get a chance to go online and check that out. I am going to mention the Flanders family. Just a little shout out. I mean, they're on their journey. I told them I would. I don't want to be a pest. They gave me some really kind words, and I wish them well and Godspeed, and really just, the children and the husband and wife, take care of yourself. Be safe, be cautious, be careful, and enjoy that life journey that you're going to really, give your kids. That's an experience of a lifetime. So as I look at you guys on your Instagram, I will definitely live vicariously through your journey. Um, what do we got here? I also have some other pictures here. Hold on, let me go through this here. There's some people that mentioned where we at? Oh yeah. Hold on. I went to a restaurant called Portos. It is actually in where we at, Portos? Hold on one second. I don't want to lose them. They're in I'm sorry, they're in Burbank, California. They're actually their handle is www.portosbakery.com. Check them out. Pretty interesting place. Really cool. They're very nice people. The food is absolutely fabulous. Just got to give them a shout out. There's another place here called Play Clothes. They're also in Burbank. Spoke to a lovely woman named Wanda. She was amazing. She really pointed us in a direction. My cousin, she was actually looking for a garment for the wedding. That's the women's stuff. They were doing their thing, but we met this lady. She was really nice. Play Clothes. That's in Burbank, California. Check that out. She was really cool. There's another vintage little shop that I enjoyed. It's called Junk for Joy. And they have a lot of fun, funky clothes, collectibles, and other goodies. I bought a little something out of there for my daughter. She really got a kick out of that. And, it was really amazing. There's this other place, a wholesale and retail service of vintage good stuff, since 1976. Wow. So they've been doing this for a while. It's pretty interesting. And last but not least, real quick, there was a gentleman that I was sitting next to in the at the wedding, and him and his wife, lovely couple, had a great time talking with them, nice conversation. Later on, I found out during the course of the evening that they have their own cookie company, and I found that to be amazing. I mean, the entrepreneurial spirit is alive and well, and I definitely want to be part of that. I think that's my mindset. And it's just amazing. I promised them that I would give them a shout out. The name of it's Walter's Cookies. Now it's out on the West Coast. They are online, and I want to give you the right information here. If you go, Walter, they're on Facebook, they're on Instagram. Walter's Cookies. Okay, it's copyrighted, all that good stuff, and you can contact them at hello@walterscookies.com. That's really simple. hello@walterscookies.com. Check him out. Really nice guy. Him and his wife, phenomenal people. Shared it with us. I actually got a chance to taste their cookies because they were giving some out at the wedding. Excuse me. I just had to have a sip of coffee. They had some samples, I guess, of the cookies, and I thought that I was going to bring it home. And I said, yeah, I'll pack it in my bag. I'll put it in my, in my bag, my check bag, and I'll eat it when I get home. Got back to the hotel, getting settled, rested. I wanted a snack, and I said, you know what? I could try these cookies now. I mean, why not? I'm out here on the West Coast, and I will tell you this: pretty damn good cookie. I know there's diets and there's healthy and all that, and I'm sure they're not loading you. There's gluten-free cookies they have too. Really good stuff. Okay, I enjoyed it. Definitely, I came home and I actually ordered their T-shirt just to kind of promote them here on the on the East Coast, and see if anybody catches on. So I wish them well. and their entrepreneurial venture there. They have their little company going. It's pretty cool. All right, so that's that. I'm going through some notes here. I don't want to ramble on. We're going to get back to business. United States. We've been pretty fortunate with the storm. Kind of brushed a lot of the southeast coast there, and there's some damage going on. So if you get a chance, just keep up with it. And if we need to give them some help, we have the resources, which is thank God for us. But the Bahamas, I keep repeating it. It's really sad, man. I can't think it. Everybody turns around. They want to go on vacation. We're going to the Bahamas. We're going to the Bahamas. If you're going to be going there anytime soon now because of their unfortunate situation. All right. I think that's about it today. I mentioned the shops and everything. I did all that stuff last time. We're going to move on. Okay. I just want to say that, like I said before, I went to the West Coast first time, and absolutely, I will be back. I can almost guarantee you, God willing, that I will be back on the West Coast. So, with that being said, lastly but not least, I really would have loved to do a whole segment on this whole disaster, because I look at the pictures of the Bahamas, and it just really, it's sad, man. I don't know. Like I said, just think about it. It's tough. These poor people are really, really just lost everything, man. And just think, I said it last time, just think about what happened if that happened to you, man. We've been very blessed, and things. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get back on track. I know we will. And like I say all the time, please, please, please take care of yourself. Take care of your families, because family is oh so important. And if you see someone that needs a helping hand, try it out. Stick yours out and help them, if you can. I always say it, and I believe it in my heart of hearts, that this one act really, really will make the world a better place. And it's going to be one of those things that help you on your journey to becoming the best person that you were meant to be. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm LBJ. You're there, and I am here. And you've been listening to the Heartfelt Truth. We will talk again.